Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And we continue with randomized Mahler. What could be more fun than randomized Mahler, I ask you? And we begin with, oh wow, look at this. Some nifty things here. Mahler 2 with Kublik and Bavarian Radio live. This was his Audita live Mahler cycle. They were desperately looking to complete it because he didn't have everything, unfortunately. But they got most of it. These were all reviewed by me at ClassicsToday.com. You can just go over and take a look at the reviews there for more detail. This is number 2 with Edith Mathis and Brigitte Fassbender. It was recorded in 1982. It's a much grander performance than his Deutsche Grammophon, with more recording, with more amplitude and more orchestral detail. The orchestra was also in much better shape then in 82, so it's definitely worth hearing for that reason. And he also has here Mahler 6. Yes, it's definitely better than his earlier one because the hammer blows went ping in that early recording, and now they go wing. I don't know, actually. I know the pings were the Neumann recording where they went plink or plonk. I don't know. This is 1968 with Bavarian Radio live. These were very well recorded by the German radio, Bavarian radio engineers. So go check out the reviews at ClassicsToday.com. Then we have Mahler from Reiner and Monteux. So we've got Das Lied von der Erde with Maureen Forrester and Richard Lewis, a wonderful Das Lied von der Erde, terribly underrated, beautifully played, very, very well sung. Maureen Forrester was a terrific Mahler singer. We've got the Kindertotenlieder with Marian Anderson and Pierre Monteux, which is a classic version of those songs. Symphony number 4 with Reiner and Lisa Della Casa. That's also a classic and really good stuff. This was a French RCA twofer in their Artiste et Répertoire series. I like to hang on to these. People say, that there's the argument between like vinyl and streaming and all that stuff, and I get it, but it's so much fun to keep the original issues just to see what the record labels were doing. As a history of recordings, to know what all the different incarnation was and how there were, local offices of the major labels. They all had a certain amount of independence and could release things in their territories. And it's fun to see what they did. This is like one of those examples. So there you go. Then we got a couple Michael Gilins here. We got some more Kubliks too. Okay, Gilan, Mahler 6. Oh yeah, he's a Mahler 6 guy. He did a great Mahler 6. And like I said, I love the couplings on these things. I keep the original issues because the couplings are so interesting. You've got the Berg 3 pieces for orchestra, which Gilan recorded a couple of times. Powerful and scary. And the Berg 3 pieces are perfect disc mates to the Mahler 6th because they owe so much to the Mahler 6th. The hammer blows are in the Berg and in the Mahler. They just work really well together. And the Berg emerges naturally from Mahler's sound world. And Schubert's Andante in B minor, which is, a Schubert thing. He did a bunch of Schubert with these. I'm not sure why, but he did. Then we've got his Mahler 8, coupled with, the coupling is even better, Schoenberg's Jacob's Ladder, Die Jakobsleiter, which precedes the Mahler 8th. If you want to play it all in order. I never did. But you could, if you wanted to. It's funny, you would think that Gilan would not be a good Mahler 8 guy. And the ending I find a little bit unconvincing. It just doesn't have that slam-it-home conviction because Gilan himself thought that, the world was a miserable, ugly place, and it was his job to show how miserable and ugly it really was, no matter how glorious the music was saying otherwise. But it's a good Mahler 8th. It's really a very good Mahler 8th. Well recorded and well sung. The second movement I find a little bit on the slow side, but hey, it's okay. It's okay. Mahler 9, here's the other Kublik cycle. Well, yeah, this is really, really nifty. This was recorded in Tokyo, live in Tokyo. Everybody did their best work in Tokyo, don't you think? Because they always had really good engineering too, and an audience that would have committed seppuku rather than emit a sound. So yes, Absolutely fantastic. From 1975. And a beautiful performance. And this was, let's see, Rafael Kublik appears by courtesy of Deutsche Grammophon. Yeah, of course he was dead by then, but anyway, there you go. Mahler 10 with Ormandy, the premiere recording of the Derek Cook version. An historic event, it says on the back, and it was. It's the performing version by Derek Cook, his first one, which had some things in it that's really much better than his, in his revision he took more stuff out. But he had a good feel for Mahler's sound world, and he should have kept more of it in, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a fantastic Mahler 10. First-class performance. I mean, Ormandy was a good Mahler conductor, actually. I wish he'd done more, and I wish he'd done more and better sound, but he did the 10th in Das Lied von der Erde. And he did a wonderful Das Lied von der Erde also, and the Philadelphia Orchestra sounds fabulous. And so, yeah, on Sony, that's also worth having. There's so many good Mahler 10s. We talked about already Chailly and Gilin, and now this one, and there's really a whole passel of them. What's this thing? Oh, this is Michael Gilan. Mahler 4 with Christine Whittlesey and the Symphony Orchestra of Baden-Baden and Freiburg. I don't think there's anything special about this Mahler 4 going on. It's decent. I don't think Gilin has that sort of open-eyed, childlike innocence that you really need to pull it off properly. But you do get, as the coupling, which is why I hung on to this, Schrecker's Prelude to a Drama, which Gilin recorded a couple of times. There was one on Koch, an earlier one. Oh, such a great piece. 18 minutes of late romantic, decadent schlag, flagellated cream, as they said at the Hoffnung festivals. It's just rich and gooey and marvelous. And so, yeah, I hang on to this anyway. And it's not a bad Mahler 4. It's just not as interesting as Gilin's other stuff. There's not enough expressionist horror there to keep his blood boiling. Then we've got, Mahler 7 with Kondrashen and the Concertgebouw. This is fabulous. One of the great Mahler 7s. Absolutely amazing. Also, it's amazing. Kondrashen looked just like my grandfather, my father's father. It's really cool. Anyway, the sound is really good. It was recorded. This recording is only for private use. Yeah, okay, fine. When was it recorded? 79. Very, very good sound. I mean, you've got with the Concertgebouw, it's just amazingly exciting. Fabulously well played. A remarkable performance. It's on Tara, and probably it's on nothing anymore now. But what a great performance. And then we've got Mahler 1 and Songs of a Wayfarer. Well, this is awfully interesting. The Mahler 1 is with the Staatskapelle Dresden and Ottmar Sweetner, without the exposition repeat in the first movement, but it's a fresh and lovely performance, and I want to hear the Staatskapelle Dresden do anything. And then Hermann Prey doing only three of the 4 Songs of a Wayfarer. I don't know why, with Kurt Sanderling and the Berlin Radio Symphony Orchestra. Why didn't he do all of them? Who knows? Only the East Germans know for sure. Probably there was something ideological about the third one. Ich hab ein blühendes Messer in meiner Brust. Yes, I have a flaming dagger in my breast. Oy vey, it cuts so deeply. Well, that's not there. All the other ones are there. So there you go. But the Mahler 1's fun to hear. On Berlin Classics. Some of these things, Eterna, Berlin Classics. Some of these things were really cool. And the East German engineers knew how to make records. So keep on listening, friends. There we go. More Mahler to come. Take care.